I wrote a book about, with Len Grunstein about the moving of the U.S. Embassy to Jerusalem, the tremendous decision by President Trump called Because It's Just and Right. The book just came out, and it's on the moving of the embassy and the decision of President Trump, and not just the moving of the embassy, but the fact that it was the right decision to do. And it was an amazing decision by President Trump, and that he discussed all the pressures that were on him. Amazing that someone could withstand such pressure and make such a great decision. I want to thank him so much. Earlier, there's a little mention about Jewish support for President Trump. It's very important to be aware. In 2016, President Trump got 23% of the Jewish vote in Florida, and in 2020, he got 41% of the Jewish vote in Florida, and almost doubled his support in Florida. And today, polls just came out in this past few days that President Trump is leading President Biden by over 10 points in Florida. The fact is that the Jewish community does strongly care about Israel. As the Gallup poll shows that in 2019, that 95% of the Jewish community supports and cares about Israel. And that's why the support for President Trump increased so dramatically within the Jewish community in Florida. And that really was the one main state that President Trump competed for the Jewish vote in the last election. And that's where you saw a dramatic change. And that's where my wife and I live. And we saw how much support there was in the community. The synagogue I attend, 90% of the members were supporting President Trump in the last election. Now, the decisions of President Trump on moving the embassy and recognizing Jerusalem as the capital, the question is, why did he do it? And Mike Huckabee, Governor Huckabee, asked him that specific question right afterwards, and he said, why did you do it? And his answer was, because I said I would, and it was the right thing to do. Isn't it an amazing thing for a politician to decide, a president to decide something because it's the right thing to do, and because he said he would? It's unbelievable that he did it under all that pressure. He also didn't just move the embassy and recognize Jerusalem as the capital. He also changed the passports. If a person was born in Jerusalem, the passport didn't say they were born in Israel. But after President Trump was in office, they now say passports, if you're born in Jerusalem, you're born in Israel. The Abraham Accords occurred after they moved the embassy to Jerusalem. You know, people thought that, the whole situation was going to become much worse if he moved the embassy and recognized Jerusalem as the capital. Instead, the whole situation became much better for world peace and for the Jewish people and for Israel. And that was all because of President Trump. He also, as he mentioned before, recognizing the Golan Heights, which is strategically critical to Israel. He recognizes the capital. The Tail of Force Act, the Palestinian Authority gives hundreds of millions of dollars to encourage and reward terrorism. And he signed the Tail of Force Act into law, saying we're no longer going to give this money, and ended all aid to the Palestinian Authority when he was president. An amazing decision, and unfortunately it's been reversed by President Biden. He also ended the ridiculous situation of a U.S. consulate in Jerusalem to the Palestinian Authority. That's not even where their head of government is. It's in Ramallah. But they had in the Palestinian Authority that only employed Arabs and only acted like an embassy of the Palestinian Authority. And President Trump ended the situation and said everything's going to be one embassy in Jerusalem. It's going to be an American embassy to the state of Israel, and closed that consulate. He also closed the PLO office, Palestinian Authority office in Washington, D.C. And he, as we mentioned before, he got rid of the United States being part of the UN Human Rights Council. He cut $300 million in funding to the anti-Semitic UNRWA organization that teaches hate of Israel to the Palestinian Arabs. He also, I was amazing ability to attend at the White House Hanukkah party, where he signed the Civil Rights Act, Title VI of the Civil Rights Act, to protect Jewish college students. It's an amazing thing to protect them for being mistreated on campuses. And yet, President Biden now is going after Florida State University for actually enforcing this Title VI and protecting Jewish students, and they're actually saying, no, we should let anti-Semites, they should be allowed to continue their hate on college campuses, and actually trying to punish Florida State University. It's outrageous. We just wrote an article about it on jns.org, and they need to change the policy. It's terrible, and it would never have happened under President Trump, where the opposite policy happened. He was protecting Jewish students on campuses. One of the things President Trump mentioned when he assassinated General Soleimani, that it was an unbelievably courageous decision, but few people know. Ron Dermer, the ambassador to the United States from Israel, said that for the 9 months after Soleimani was assassinated, Iran did not make any efforts towards their nuclear program. They completely stopped because they feared President Trump. And it was only when Biden became president that all of a sudden they restarted and moved very fast in their nuclear program. You know, one of the things that we at the Israel Heritage Foundation talk about is about a chorus of tov, giving thanks to those who do great things and showing appreciation. It's a major Jewish concept of showing a chorus of tov and thank you. And so we are so honored that we have President Trump here to be able to thank him as the tremendous and the best friend that the Jewish people in the state of Israel has ever had as president by far. And we so much appreciate him coming. Thank you very much.